I don't really have that many anecdotes from this weekend, but I did have one crazy moment. I took the baby out for a walk in the stroller, and we fucking went, man. We went like hour one way, knowing that I'm gonna have to take an hour back. Okay, so I got to the halfway point where I like turned around, and I started freaking out a little bit. You know how you do the three tap? Like I got my keys, I got my phone, I got my wallet. Well, I was missing something on one of the taps. And I went, oh shit. And then it starts the anxiety of like, did I bring it or did I drop it somewhere? So we're walking all the way back. The baby's still asleep. I'm looking in like all these yards. I'm looking like on the sidewalk, seeing if I drop my phone somewhere, if I drop my wallet somewhere. Listen, so all that stuff, my three tap is now in a bag that I carry around my neck, and I didn't have the bag. But I only realized I didn't have the bag when I got to the halfway point. So I'm looking around. Did I drop my bag? Did I drop my bag? 15 minutes of walking back and looking. And I found someone's iPhone just sitting in someone else's front lawn. Like, you know, the front lawn, sidewalk, lawn before the road. It was in the lawn before the road. So I said, oh shit, what's going on with this? I know that if I lost my phone, I would be freaking out. It's not just, you know, the money from losing the phone. It's all your personal details, sensitive information, multi-factor authentication, stuff like that. Like it's a big hassle, right? So the baby was still asleep. I pulled her stroller off to the side. I put it in park, and then I like pushed on the screen, and it's in Chinese. It's default iOS, but it's in Chinese. So I'm racking my brain. I'm like, how the hell am I gonna get this phone back to the person who dropped it? Okay. So first things first. I look through the case. I'm like, maybe there's a business card in here. Maybe there's like a piece of ID, and I could at least get their address, and I could go like deliver it to them. Nothing. Just a bunch of like miscellaneous, you know, parking receipts and stuff like that. So I guess I knew their license plate. Then I thought, okay, well, I'm not like cut out for this. So I Googled like how to return somebody's iPhone to them. And then they were like, well, you can sometimes activate Siri and say something like, hello, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to trigger your Siri, but you can say like, hello, name, what's my name? Hello, blank, what's my phone number? And then you can like, or hello, blank, what's my email address? And by doing that, you can like get data to then give the phone, like identify and then give the phone back to the person. I picked the phone, and I know that because on the iPhone, my wife has this too, right? Like it'll show you people that tried to unlock your phone. Like I had the phone up to my face, and I was going, hello, Siri. Hello. Hello. And then I'm like, this shit's in, at the time, I didn't know whether it was Chinese or Japanese. So I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes going, Konnichiwa, Siri. Ni hao, Siri. Just hoping that like it at least would trigger the assistant and I could get some data out of it, but no such luck, okay? So that's like another 5 minutes. I've been there 10 minutes at this point. Then I figure, okay, sometimes you can use the camera on a phone without unlocking it by just like right swiping on the camera icon or something like that. I'm an Android user, so and it's in a different language, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I write a note on my phone that is like, hello, I found your phone. My name is blank. I found it at this address. This is my phone number. Please contact me. This is my address. Please contact me to get it back. Then I was trying to take a photo of my details with their phone, hoping that it would ping like their iCloud on a different device. Like maybe they have an iPad or something. And then they would see it in the cloud, come to my house and be like, you have my phone, and I'd give it back to them. Okay, while I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to get the camera to take a photo of it without unlocking it, A lady drives up and she gets out of her car, and like her son and her son's friend get out of the car, and they start looking at me, and I'm looking at them and they're looking at me. We're kind of having like a, I don't know, it's not like a stare down, but it's just like we're clearly about to interact with each other. And they said, "Excuse me, I think that's our phone." And then they ran over, and I was like, "Here's your phone. I just found it here." They didn't. I know you're gonna, for the purposes of like, if this was Curb Your Enthusiasm, they would be like, they thought I stole their phone, but no. It turns out that the lady had driven to like a Vancouver landmark. She parked her car. She left her phone in her car. Didn't lock it. Later, when she was leaving, she was like, "Oh crap, I don't have my phone." Went back to her car. Her phone wasn't in there. Went to her son's place. Her son was like, "You can use Find My Phone to see it." And then they had been like in a chase basically with the GPS data of the phone. So whoever stole it had, driven off or, biked off or whatever, and then just taken whatever valuables out of the phone case and then thrown it on the side of the road. So I gave it back to them, obviously, and then they were so grateful, and the lady took a photo of me just to be like, "Hey, I want a memory of this moment." And then the next part, which was great, is the son and the son's friend were like, "Do you stream on Twitch?" And I was wearing a Twitch shirt, so it wasn't like they just recognized me. But they were like, "Do you stream on Twitch?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I stream on Twitch." And then they said, "What's your username?" And I told them. And then usually when I tell people that, they don't immediately go on their phones and look it up. But then he looked me up and he said, "Oh my God, you have a lot of followers." And I said, "Well, yeah, I've been doing it for a long time." And then they said, "Oh, well, I'll post something nice to let people know you're actually like a nice guy." And I said, "Thank you so much. Please don't post that photo that your mom took and then say, 'I caught this scumbag stealing my phone in Vancouver. Everybody go get him.'" And then, like, that was it. We said our goodbyes. And I was like, I was stoked that I helped someone out, because I know how fucked up I would feel if like I lost my phone. But then I got like 2 blocks away and I like almost cried. Because I've been doing this, I've been moving for like a fucking week and I'm so ass at it. I'm barely good at like moving the boxes, and that's the only thing I'm barely good at. The organizing I'm trash at. Building of new furniture I'm trash at. To do a good deed and then have someone show like face-to-face appreciation, I was like, man, it's been like a long time. The right thing, you should do a good deed because a good deed done is its own reward. But then to like also get rewarded with appreciation, it was like, it felt like waking up from a long winter. And then I walked home. But that's about it. I didn't do it for the endorphins. Well, there was 2 reasons I did it. At first, I was like, it would be nice like to stay here and give someone their phone back. Because, I mean, it would fuck you up to lose your phone. But then the second one was like, now I have to make sure that they get their phone back, because they're going to have like a picture of me trying to unlock their phone. So they're going to like bring that shit to the police station, and then they're going to be like, we're putting out an all points bulletin for this dude with a fucking scab on the top of his head. People are going to be like, "I saw that guy in the downtown east side. He's a known quantity." So I was like, I gotta get this phone back to its rightful owner. Son of a bitch picked up my phone, saw that it was in Chinese, and then said, "Konnichiwa, Siri." Did you find what you forgot? It was actually, I guess that's the capstone of the story. It was in my house the whole time. I got home and then it was just sitting like on a bench in my house. But if I hadn't thought that I'd lost it, I probably wouldn't have looked so hard on the way back. And then I might not have found that person's phone. And I mean, someone probably would have returned it. Like, I don't think I'm the only honorable person. But I don't know if the next person who found it would have sat there for 15 minutes. I just happen to have nothing to do, and I enjoy being outside, honestly. Hey, two kids, can you DM me the picture? I will say, listen, I already, like, it was a moment that was very spiritually fulfilling for me. I do appreciate it. Like, it made my weekend for sure. But then also, I was kind of waiting for, like, a tweet over, I figured, like, they got time to get home, decompress, eat lunch, eat dinner, whatever. Then later that night, I thought I would see a tweet that's like, you wouldn't believe what happened to us today. My mom lost her phone, and then blah, blah, blah. It turns out the streamer's actually the nicest guy in the whole city. And then the picture. But I did not, but maybe they don't have Twitter. Maybe they don't have Twitter. It's okay. They were probably rate limited. It's so true. It's okay either way. Didn't you say not to post it? No, I said don't post it and say that I stole your mom's phone. You could post it and say this guy was our hero. Anyway, that's all I got. That was it felt very nice for sure.